Hey babe, I'm really struggling right now. No matter how hard I try to push my doubts away, they keep coming back, stronger than ever, gnawing at me from the inside. I want to find a way to accept you, truly accept you with all my heart, and believe that we can move forward together. But there's this unsettling story that keeps reaching my ears, and I can't seem to escape it. It's as though every time I let my guard down and think about a future for us, these suspicions come rushing back like a tidal wave, pulling me under and refusing to let me breathe. I keep asking myself why I'm letting someone else's words get to me this much. You see, there's someone very close to you who appears set on warning me about your intentions, and it's impossible for me to brush it off anymore. Each time I open myself up to the idea of us, they come along and throw doubt into my mind. They plant seeds of uncertainty, painting you in a light I don't want to believe. They imply that there's another side of you, something darker, hidden away, that I haven't seen yet. It's tough because the more I try to move forward, the more these whispers hold me back. I'm caught in the crossfire of what my heart feels for you and the cautionary words I'm hearing from someone who claims to know you very well. With each new conversation, I feel more torn, like I'm straddling a line between trust and fear, between love and self preservation. And I can't deny that I'm afraid. Afraid of making the wrong choice, afraid of being hurt, and afraid of losing the chance at something special if I let these fears dictate my decisions. I want to trust you completely. I want to look into your eyes and feel that what we're building is genuine. But there's this low, persistent voice in the back of my mind, like a constant hum that keeps asking, what if they're right? What if there's something you don't know? It's so exhausting trying to silence that voice. Every time I think I've succeeded, that person steps back into my life with yet another warning, and it all starts over again. Give me your next few minutes to reveal everything that's eating me from the inside because I can't keep carrying this burden on my own. It's weighing me down, and it's affecting the way I see us, our connection, our potential, our future. I need you to understand where I'm coming from, to know the weight these whispers hold in my mind. It's not that I want to doubt you. In fact, it's the opposite. I've been fighting so hard to believe in the good I see in you. But this story that keeps resurfacing threatens to unravel all the faith I've managed to build up so far. This person who's so close to you, someone I trust enough to at least hear out, seems completely convinced that you're not being honest about how you truly feel. Over and over, they tell me that what you say doesn't line up with what's really going on inside. They claim that you're showing me one side of yourself while hiding another part that I'd find disconcerting if I knew about it. Sometimes, I try to brush off their words. I tell myself, people talk. People misunderstand. They might be jealous or overprotective, or maybe they have their own reasons for wanting to keep us apart. But the more I try to ignore them, the more persistent they become, as if they can't stand by and watch our connection grow without intervening. It feels like there's a wall forming between us, brick by brick, each time they show up to cast their doubts into my head. I don't want a wall between us. I want transparency, open communication, and unwavering honesty. But every whisper adds another layer to the barrier. Every comment about your supposed hidden motives or contradictory feelings makes me hesitate. And that hesitation is what scares me the most, because once trust starts to erode, it's difficult to rebuild. Part of me wants to believe they're wrong. I try to cling to the thought that you're simply misunderstood by them, that they don't see you the way I do, or the way I want to see you. Maybe they've had their own experiences with you that left them feeling hurt or skeptical. Maybe their perspective is clouded by past events I don't fully understand. It's possible they're projecting their own issues onto you, and the result is a warning that might not even apply to us. But still, The fact that someone so close to you is so adamant about these concerns makes me pause. It's not as though it's coming from a distant acquaintance who barely knows you. This is someone who claims to have real insight into your life. Every time we speak, they paint a picture that contradicts the one I've been holding onto in my heart. They say I haven't seen the real you, that I'm seeing a version that's carefully curated to keep me in the dark about your true intentions. And that hurts, because I want to believe that what we share is real. I want to believe that all the tender moments, the sweet gestures, and the heartfelt conversations are genuine reflections of who you are with me. But what if they're right? What if there's a side of you that you're guarding so well that I wouldn't even know what to look for? This is the mental turmoil I've been wrestling with. I'm genuinely torn between my own feelings, which are strong and hopeful, and these creeping fears that maybe I'm being deceived. I don't like to think of you as dishonest. I don't want to believe that you could hide something important from me. But given the seriousness of the warnings I've received, I can't pretend my mind isn't swimming in what ifs. It's almost like I'm caught in a cycle. I feel close to you, then the warnings resurface, then I pull away, and then I start to doubt everything all over again. Before you read any further, I want to ask you some serious questions, questions I hope you won't dismiss, because they matter to me more than you can imagine. Why would someone so intimately involved in your life repeatedly say these things if they weren't true? If there's no substance to their claims, why would they be so invested in trying to protect me from you? Is there some grudge or misunderstanding between you and them that I don't know about? Or is there something else entirely going on? I need you to talk to me candidly, honestly, openly. I want your side of the story, every part of it. If you reassure me with empty words, I'll sense it. If you brush this off or give me dismissive answers, the doubts will remain growing thicker like a fog I can't navigate through. I need genuine clarity, not platitudes. Let me into the details. Let me know what's really going on. If you're genuinely sincere in your feelings for me, I want to hear it from your lips and feel it in your presence. Words alone can be misleading, so I'm asking for depth, for substance, for something tangible that can quiet these voices in my head. You might wonder why I'm letting this one person's opinion have such a big impact on me. The truth is, they're not just some random bystander. They know you intimately, or at least they claim to, and that's what makes me pay attention. When a person intimately familiar with someone you care about starts sounding alarms, you can't help but listen, especially when your heart is on the line. I don't want to be naive. I don't want to cling blindly to an illusion if there's a cold, hard truth lying in wait. Yet at the same time, I don't want to miss out on something real with you simply because I got spooked by rumors or one person's perspective. So I'm at a crossroads, desperately needing you to guide me toward the truth. Tell me, am I missing a big piece of the puzzle when it comes to who you are? Have you been holding back something crucial about your feelings? Are you truly as open and honest with me as you say you are, or are they correct in saying there's a gap between your words and your heart? It's painful to ask these questions because I'd rather just trust you. Believe me, I'd rather lay my head on your shoulder, exhale all this tension, and say to myself, everything is fine. We're going to be okay. But that voice in the back of my mind won't let me rest until I hear your answers, until I feel a genuine resolve. I'm tired of being haunted by the possibility that I might be making a huge mistake. I'm tired of second guessing every sweet moment we share. I just want peace, clarity, and the strength that comes from knowing we're on solid ground. Above all, I need to understand if your heart is truly open to mine. That's the core of this turmoil for me, whether or not you're ready and willing to be completely vulnerable with me. I can't commit to something that's built on half-truths or illusions. I can't keep forging ahead if there are hidden corners of your heart that you're deliberately keeping locked away. I don't want any secrets or hidden agendas casting shadows over the connection we're trying to build. Are you ready to break down these walls with me? Are you prepared to stand in front of me and lay everything out, even if it means confronting parts of yourself that might be difficult to admit? Because I'm ready to face the truth, even if it hurts, even if it shakes the foundation of what we've built so far. I'd rather suffer through the sting of honesty than remain tangled in a web of doubt for months or even years to come. The human heart can be surprisingly resilient when it's treated with respect and truth. If what we have is real, then I need you to show me. And by show, I don't just mean talk. I need to see it in your actions, in the consistency of your words, in the depth of your willingness to include me in every part of your life. If there's some aspect of your past or your intentions that you've been shielding me from, out of fear or uncertainty, now is the time to let me in. Because if these stories continue unchecked, they'll keep eating away at what I'm trying to hold on to. Doubt is a corrosive force. Once it takes root, it can grow and choke out even the strongest bond. On the other hand, if there's genuinely nothing to hide, if this person's warnings are based on misguided perceptions, then help me understand why they would feel so strongly that I should be wary of you. What has happened between the two of you that might lead them to say these things? Do they have unresolved issues with you? Or perhaps they've misunderstood something about your intentions, your character, or your recent actions? Clue me in so I can see the situation from a broader perspective. Let me in on the context, so I'm not left with an incomplete puzzle that my own anxieties are too eager to fill with the worst assumptions. And I promise, as you open up to me, I'll do my best to receive your words with empathy and understanding. I don't want this conversation to become a battlefield of accusations and defenses. I'd prefer it to be a moment of shared vulnerability, where we can speak openly and honestly about our fears, hopes, and missteps. If we can manage that, then maybe we can come out on the other side stronger. I'm also aware that the person speaking to me could be totally off base. They might be projecting their own hurts or insecurities, and maybe I've allowed their words too much power in my heart. I acknowledge that possibility, and I'm not immune to the idea that in the end, you might be exactly who you say you are, someone genuine, caring, and worthy of trust. But I won't know that for sure unless we open up this dialogue. I won't be able to quiet my inner turmoil until we address this head on. So here I am, cards on the table, fears out in the open, admitting that I'm conflicted. I know this might be painful or frustrating for you to hear. You might feel betrayed by the fact that I'm giving weight to someone else's warnings. But please recognize that I'm only doing what I can to protect my heart while trying to also protect what we might have together. If I didn't care about you, if I didn't see something special in you, I wouldn't bother grappling with these doubts at all. I'd walk away without a second thought. But the fact that I'm still here, still fighting to make sense of it all, is a testament to how much I want to believe in you. Help me see the truth. Give me a reason to believe that we can push past these shadows and into the light of total honesty. I'm here, ready to listen, even if what you have to say is difficult. I won't run from the truth, but I do need it laid out clearly. Let's face these doubts together and see if we can come out stronger, better, and more sure of each other than before. And if it turns out that these warnings hold some truth, and you've been afraid to tell me something crucial, know that I'd rather learn it now than later. Delaying it only makes the eventual pain and confusion worse. Ultimately, I need to know where we stand. I need to know if we're both willing to invest our hearts in this, or if there are still more secrets, more potential deal breakers that we haven't confronted. My hope is that we find the courage to speak openly, to remain vulnerable, and to keep our lines of communication free from the distortion of half-truths. I truly believe that only then can we move forward into something healthy and real. So please, Help me answer the questions swirling in my mind. Can I trust you? Is there another side of you that you're purposefully hiding? Why would someone so close to you put so much energy into warning me away? Am I seeing the entire landscape of who you are, or have I been gazing at a mirage? Let's not let these fears fester. Let's confront them, share our truths, and figure out whether our relationship is built on the kind of honesty that can endure life's inevitable storms. With all the love that I can muster, and with a heart that's scared yet hopeful, I'm asking you to please show me what's real.